The Headless Horseman won. Warm day in July in a small mining town of Seraphim. Sarah Wexford was tending to her family's small herd of cows when she saw the form of a headless rider atop a black steed. There was little time for her to react when it charged her. She ran through the western wood, across the Clabber Creek, to her family's farm and safety. Every step of the way she could feel the creature bearing down, but she weaved in and out of the trees and into and out of small places a horse would have trouble going. Yet, when she reached home, there was no sign of the creature. Terrified, Sarah told her parents, who called the sheriff. Nothing could be found of the creature she saw, but in the morning they found Sarah's body torn apart, 3 miles from her home. How she left, without anyone knowing, and why is a mystery. Suddenly, killings started every week through August and September, at first only individuals, but soon the fearsome creature began attacking groups of men. The terrified townsfolk were certain that a devil was loose in the land, awakened by the increase in mining activity. Or perhaps the ghoul was looking for revenge, for it was said that it was the spirit of a headless Union soldier, was looking for his head and those that unjustly murdered his mother and sister. The news gained credibility when others reported seeing the creature as far as Jackson Hole. On October 8th, in the western woods, long known for its foul nature, 2 hunters claimed to have shot an animal of unusual size, with several rifles from a distance of 10 paces. They claimed the creature limped away, and when word of the incident spread, it was widely believed that this was the creature that had been seen earlier, and that perhaps it had gone off to die. But within days, the killings began again. On January 12th, Frank Himmers and 6 friends, all veterans of the Union Army, were attacked by the creature. They drove it away by staying grouped together, ferociously fighting it off. Now confirmed to be a headless rider, and that the spirit of the western woods was indeed riding the countryside. The town council of Seraphim hired a couple of professional gunfighters, Joshua Stone and his son Gene, to hunt down and kill the creature. By August 20th that year, Joshua Stone killed several creatures of the void that had made their way out of the nearby mine shafts, each one capable of being the creature that had been terrifying the area, but the killings continued. However, a week later, the creature attacked. In one night, the creature entered the homes and slaughtered 2 prominent families. No one heard a thing. Dozens more deaths are reported to have followed. Seraphim was desperate. The town preacher, an elderly man, Stuart Reynolds, then sent word to the church, who replied with its most trusted agent. Father Levi Stanton arrived without fanfare. He dressed plainly and carried a dragoon cavalry pistol. Around his neck dangled a large sterling silver cross that seemed to glow with its own light. A veteran of fighting and incursions into other worlds, Levi Stanton was a famous fighter. He was known as the outlaw preacher. He rode the hard trails and drove back the darkness with the mere sound of his voice. It was said that the great cross he carried drove back the darkness and the foul beasts that tried to go near him. Stories were told that his voice alone could close rifts that were created where too much darkstone gathered. He met with the town council, and by nightfall rode out into the wilderness. It was 6 days before the town heard from him. On the 7th day, his body was found, bereft of clothing, and mauled as if a great feast was had. The mark of his office, the cross he carried, was not with him. He hung in the western woods in a clearing where nothing grew. Around his neck was signs scrawled in the priest's blood. It was one simple word: soon. In fear, the town council called out for help far and wide. It was not long before a posse arrived that might be able to help, and thus our descent into fear and madness began.